Okay, so this is session 4 in preparation for day 5 of the game The Wretched. And you can check the playlist and where to get The Wretched in the description below. Absolutely loving this game, especially in social isolation during COVID-19. It's given me something really interesting to do and itch my role-playing scratch my I don't know, you know what I mean. So we begin with rolling dice. So let's talk about what's on the table first. So as a bit of a recap, so last session we finally got out the Ace of Hearts, which represents the flight engineer boys has got the distress beacon, the communications beacon up and running. And if I remember rightly, there are... Let's check, because I've forgotten. I think we have to roll a dice now, don't we? Let's see. Ace of Hearts. I think we roll a dice to see if we can get rid of one of these tokens. Each day, at the end of each day, after recording your log, which I did, roll your die. On a result of 6, remove a token from the card. So we'll do this for the previous log. Yes! A 6. A bit of luck. And then when I do day 5 log, I can roll again. That was a bit of luck. I hope I don't roll a 6 for how many cards I draw. So so that represents that almost like a countdown. Things are going well, and if we get rid of all those, that means that help has found us and we've got out of this situation. If I remember rightly, no, I don't remember, so I'm going to have to check. I must remember to click on the rules so I don't keep zooming in and out. What was the king of... we've got the ace of clubs there. Oh, that's like a get out of jail card, free card, isn't it? So if I'm told to pull from the Jenga tower, which if you remember represents the integrity of my ship and the general situation, really, if that tipples over, it's game over, ship's blown up. We haven't been rescued in time. But this, the ace of clubs, gives me the opportunity to ignore one instruction to remove a block, so that might come in helpful. It's not super wobbly, and if you've probably noticed, I've moved it. That was scary, but it was getting in the way of me doing my day-to-day work, so I've moved it. And why? Oh yes, the king's out, because once all 4 of them are out, that means again it's game over. That means the intruder has got in and has killed us, basically. It's the end. So let's roll the dice. I think 2 times in a row. So that actually, rolling a 6 for the beacon was my 3rd 6 in a row. So let's see how this goes. You saw that, didn't you? Let me just check there isn't something wrong with this dice. This is how you do this, isn't it? I'm shaking it. Yeah. I have to draw 6 more cards. A 2. Clearly works. So that is the 4th 6 in a row, the 3rd 6 in a row for how many cards I have to draw. So this ship has got it in for me, or this intruder's got it in for me. So we need to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you don't remember, these are my flight and engineer boys' tasks for the day, and this is what we then role play in our video log for the day of how that day's gone. So let's turn over the first card and see what that is. The 9 of spades. So the 9 of spades says you find yourself muttering a short phrase over and over again, like this is embarrassing, I can't say that word. What is a catechism? I'm going to have to Google that. Add the comments below. What is a catechism? I'm going to have to Google that. What is it? So something that I'm saying over and over again. the first thing that springs to mind, and I've said it a few times in my daily logs, is I'm screwed. And as a big fan of the Alien films, there's the scene, what's his name? We're screwed, man. What the are we going to do now, man? We're screwed. Tempted to do that. I'll have a think about it. But can I resist that opportunity? I think that's got to be it, isn't it? It's making me smile anyway. Flip. 6 of hearts. I think we've seen a lot of hearts, haven't we, for this game? Let's hope we don't see Flight Engineer Boy's heart ripped from his chest. 6. Your scanners keep showing a large object that periodically disappears from the screen, only to show up again a few hours later. Is there something out there? Or is it just a glitch? No, yeah. I guess I could just get Flight Engineer Boyce to discuss that, really, I suppose. Is it an asteroid? Is it a spaceship? Is it more intruders? That would really get him going, wouldn't it? Is there a ship arriving with more intruders? He's had so much trouble with one, it's killed the entire crew, and God knows what he had to go through to get it out of the airlock. How would he feel about the prospect of an entire ship, or however this alien got here, more of them on its way? That would really mess with his mind. I guess he would also hope that perhaps it's potentially help, and that there's something nearby that could help him. So some good things to think about there. Oh, an ace. I think these are sometimes good, aren't they? Ace of spades. Ace of spades. That might be the 4th ace I've had. You find a way to distract the creature from its attempts to gain access to the ship. What is it? If you have previously drawn the king of spades... Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to go... You may shuffle it back into the deck. Oh, of course I would know, because you have to put them... So I haven't. Oh, what a shame. So that would have been a get out of trouble, that, wouldn't it? Being able to put that king back in. Oh, I've missed out there. If you have previously drawn the king of spades, you may shuffle it back into the deck. Oh, man. So, you find a way to distract the creature from its attempts to gain access to the ship. What is it? I could... Let's say there's more than one life pod. Could put something... Or I could be in there making so much noise. Yes, this is it. I'm in the life pod, banging pots, banging the walls, making loads of noise, because we know that the intruder's attracted to me from the outside. So it comes, my plan, or Flight Engineer Boy's plan, is to draw the creature to the side of the life pod with as much noise as possible, and then exit the life pod and fire it off, and hope that the intruder's still attached to it. I hope that causes some distraction, or even gets rid of it, I suppose, is my idea. Put them there. Well, we haven't taken from the tower today, so that's good news. Flip that. 8 of spades. Okay. Despite the thick hull of the ship separating you from the creature outside, you somehow know when it's near your section of the ship. How? Well, that could link into the other one, couldn't it? So I could talk about that, and then come up with the idea of taking advantage of that. But I've got to pull from the tower. Let me just see. You guys can see this, right? I'm such a chick. Oh, that's loose. Is it loose? I need to read the Jenga rules. Are you allowed to poke things as much as that? There we go. Got away with that. Doesn't seem too wobbly yet. Let's get the rules back up. Pull from the tower. So I haven't needed my ace of clubs yet. Two of spades. A lot of spades coming out today. Today you felt like giving up. You couldn't summon any energy and your tasks weren't completed. You know what I think immediately there? So we've got three cards that are linking together. There's the one where it talked about you realizing that what was it, the eight of spades, wasn't it? Despite the thick hull, the creature somehow knows when it's near your section. So we know that. I come up with the plan to distract it or even get it off the ship, and I think it goes wrong, and I end up just hearing it on the hull again. So that's why I feel like giving up, and I just couldn't summon the energy to do any other tasks. Return any cards you have yet turned over to the deck and shuffle it. Pull from the tower. Oh, well. Notice how it came with one card to go. Well, at least it wasn't on the bottom, I suppose. So just say, do I have to shuffle? Return any cards you haven't yet turned over to the deck and shuffle it. Pull from the tower. There we go. So pick that up. Oh, no, I don't think you pick it up. There we go. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. There we go. So that's the session over. Didn't have to play the last card, so I will go away and do the video log and see how Flight Engineer Boys deals with this situation. But we have removed one counter from the antenna, so one step closer to being rescued. There's only one king out. We could have even got rid of a king if we'd have had the king of spades out, and I've still got the opportunity to say no to removing a block from the Jenga tower. And the Jenga tower, now that I've moved it out of the way, I feel a bit more confident that it's not going to explode. So another good session. I'll write up my blog, do my video blog soon. But like I say, like the video, subscribe, all that jazz. The info you need is down below. Take care.